Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Adelaide.
And I'm Mylko. Today we're going to be watching and reacting to Marvel's Avengers War Table presentation. This is obviously the Marvel's Avengers game that we actually don't know too much about. We saw, or I saw anyway, the video they showed at E3, I think it was. Did you see that video?
I don't recall it if I did.
Okay. From what I gather, it's a Avengers game. Obviously, you play the heroes from the Avengers, and there's co-op involved. Oh, yeah. So you can drop in and out of each other's games and play the different heroes and team up and just battle Avengers level threats, I guess.
Sounds good.
So I don't know if there's already any more information out there, but hopefully this presentation will fill us in and kind of get us up to speed. But before we jump in, please remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. It really helps us a lot. And at that, we'll jump right into the video. Who's your favorite Avenger?
Captain America has grown on me considerably.
Because of the movies?
I think so. Initially, I wasn't that fond of him, but then I really liked him.
Yeah.
When I was young, I found an orphan wolf cub in the forest behind our farm. I felt if I could instill rules, the proper boundaries, I could harness the raw power of that beast.
Speaking of
Did
Captain
she just
America,
have elastic arms?
The adolescent cub turned on me. We're fixing the damage the Avengers did all those years ago. Inhumans are sick. Unlimited power, that's dangerous. It's lethal. You are lucky to be alive. Come on, Kamala. Let AIM help you.
Oof.
I'll take my chances. What if the Avengers were set up? I think you should see for yourself. Could Mr. Stark help us with this?
Is that Banner?
I'm sorry?
Oh, there's Stark.
Kamala?
This better be good.
They locked Cap in the reactor room and then he tried to jack the Chimera.
Son of a... You all completely lost your senses.
What? Where were you while
Chris Hemsworth? That kind of looks like McDreamy.
Yes. See, it's always been your
Banner.
running from
Yeah.
who you are, what you are, and wanting you.
This is exactly what Tarleton wants!
No, Patrick Dempsey.
You struggle against the unstoppable tide of progress, Avengers. Power cannot
Whoa.
be controlled. It has to be destroyed. I will rid the Earth of superpowers, even if it has to end with me.
This just got a whole lot weirder.
What's up, Marvel fans? My name's Casey Lynch, and I'm editorial director at Crystal Dynamics. Marvel's Avengers War Table is your direct source for all things Marvel's Avengers. We've got a great show lined up with new trailers, new details on one of our main villains, MODOK, and advanced idea mechanics. And we'll take a first look at co-op and war zones.
Cool.
If you've ever thought, what is this game? Or how does it work?
That's what we said.
This is the show for you. Let's get into it, starting with the story trailer. In the aftermath of 8/8, everything changed.
You so-called heroes transformed San Francisco into an infectious, gas-filled quarantine zone. You unleashed diseased, powerful beings that wreak havoc throughout our nation. So I ask you again, Dr. Banner, do the Avengers pose a danger to society?
Yes. I can promise you this. I will use this second chance to make you safe. AIM will find a cure for the inhuman disease.
They're referring to it as a
As a
disease.
founding member of tech giant Advanced Idea Mechanics, or AIM, George Tarleton dreamt of a world made better through science. But even as AIM promises a cure to end the inhuman infection, and the revolutionary Adaptoid project offers a world protected by science, Tarleton, a victim of 8A himself, uses AIM's technological might and the public's fear of inhumans to convince the world that the superpowered are uncontrollable and cannot be trusted. His deranged obsession drives him to become MODOK, mental organism designed only for killing. When choosing a villain, we knew we needed someone who had the muscle and mental capacity to become an Avengers-level threat. We also wanted a new face for
What's happening to Captain
There-
America there?
There's the Avengers level threat that I mentioned at the start of the video. Was he being mind beamed?
I'm assuming that was what was happening.
Big face. But comic fans know MODOK is anything but new. His origin in Marvel lore dates back more than 50 years to October of 1967 in Tales of Suspense. Now, with AIM's drive to manipulate public fear and his ability to control machines with his mind, Tarleton and AIM are the most sophisticated threat the Avengers have ever faced. But a teenage fangirl named Kamala Khan doesn't trust AIM. In fact, she's convinced that AIM is experimenting on her fellow Inhumans under the guise of finding a cure. And she believes George Tarleton was behind the plot to discredit the Avengers. And she has proof.
The Captain Marvel poster on the wall.
As you pick up the trail of the long-disbanded Avengers, you'll advance the story of the single-player campaign, unlocking more and more hero-specific missions. We know you've been asking for new gameplay that's not from 8A. We hear you. So here's a playthrough of part of a new Thor hero mission called Once an Avenger.
I like Thor.
Not to be confused with the Thor from God of War.
Mm.
Very important.
Drastically different.
It looks really good.
As in visually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're here live at the AIM experience in Manhattan, witnessing the return of the Avengers, but they appear to be attacking the city. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Is it any coincidence that this attack comes on the very day that AIM is supposed to unveil their promising new adaptoid program? Oh.
Does that say volunteer on the back?
I think so.
Thank you.
What an exclusive.
You should know, I'm not in the best of moods.
Wait, is that Thor?
Holy.
Alright, so we're getting some gameplay.
Where the hell did you come from? I was serving the commoners.
Are we going to be able to throw Mjolnir and get, like, have it brought back to him like the Leviathan axe?
He's here now.
I mean, it would be really cool if that can happen.
I mean, it has to. It's Thor.
The sound of him using it seems quite weighty.
Hmm.
Hi, Doctor. Can you not face me? Look around. I'm everywhere.
I feel like, though, if Thor hits something, it's one hit.
Look, he doesn't have it. It came back to him.
Yeah. I feel like if he hits something, though, like those robots, it should only take one hit.
The electricity everywhere is giving me like Infamous vibes.
Mm.
Hello.
Oh,
Just like
greetings.
Oh, cool.
Focus on those mechs.
So I might butcher it,
Kamala, you okay?
but was it Modoc?
Modoc.
Say it again, please.
Modoc.
Modoc.
Yeah.
So is he an inhuman because he can control the robots, like he can control technology?
Mm.
Is that
And he's trying to
what
find
they're getting at here?
a cure for himself.
A cure for himself, or to be the only one?
To be the only special
Yes.
person. Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know much about his backstory?
Only a little bit. I haven't read too many comics dealing with him. I just kind of know the basics, which is pretty much what they just told.
What they covered?
Yeah, but I'm sure that they'll provide more insight into the character.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay? Yeah? No. On my way. Hulk, you got this?
You can see Hulk in the background.
Yeah, it was lots of like green light coming from his attacks, potentially from a robot that he was destroying.
Mm.
Can I ask who this child is? We'll explain later. Don't worry, she's up to it.
So I wonder if Hulk's actually like the other player,
Yes.
or if these are strictly single player missions and they have a separate like co-op levels.
I mean, it's always fun to be Hulk, right?
Yeah. I feel like your game style would suit Hulk.
What? Are you for real?
Yeah.
I do like Hulk quite a bit.
Mm. You're wearing your Hulk top.
Yeah, I was trying to subtly do that with my little joke there, where I was like,
Look at my
but-
shirt.
yeah. That's okay.
These robots seem a bit spongy though.
Yeah.
I'm glad that didn't take as long as the first one. Because I was like, why are they showing us a second fight against one?
We're losing power fast. They're sturdy. I'll give them that.
Cool guys don't
Look
look
at
at explosions.
Very story.
Not on my watch. The Chimera can't.
Hey, he's not holding it there.
Again.
Oh,
Okay,
we're
that was
seeing another robot.
even quicker.
Ready for the command deck. Got my hands full, kid. I'm on them.
It's obviously going to be more entertaining when you're playing.
Well, I hope so, because at the moment,
It's quite repetitive.
yeah. Which I guess when you're in the game playing with friends and stuff, if that's what you can do, won't be an issue. But for a presentation, I feel like maybe one of these big purple things would have been enough before
Yeah,
moving on.
would have been sufficient.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
now it's a yellow one.
Oh,
I can handle the large one myself. You don't have to. That's the whole point.
It doesn't look like he can.
Guys, the Chimera can't take much more of this. They did a lot of damage down in the engine room.
Tarleton, do not do this. You've given me no choice.
the voice acting for Thor at times is a little
Off.
difficult to
Yeah.
appreciate, maybe.
The damage has already been done, Avengers. Open the pipe rock.
What's his name tag say?
Well, Tony,
I think it said
we're trying to
D.
restart the
Dot
engines, but
Lake.
we've got enough power. We're out of time, people. Brace for impact.
Hey, God of Thunder. Stay behind me. Now, bring it.
Did his mouth move when he was talking just then?
I don't know. Maybe he's a ventriloquist as well. Oh, there's someone's penthouse.
Yeah, I hope they weren't home.
Once an Avenger is a great example of a hero mission. A single-player campaign
So
experience
single player.
focusing on a specific playable character. Hero missions give us a chance to tell
Seems like a
more
little bit of a
each
missed
hero's
opportunity
story
if
and
it
showcase the
can
variety
only
and
be
depth
for
of our
single
hero
player.
designs.
Hmm.
Let's take a quick look at how Thor plays.
Didn't we just do that though?
With the game's combat system,
Yes.
players can string together combos of heavy and light attacks, or hold for signature attacks. Combat versatility is one of Thor's strengths, from making use of Mjolnir to pin enemies from a distance, or bringing the sky down on his foes. In addition to core combat moves, the God of Thunder has a wide variety of skills to unlock that give him access to classic moves. This is one of our
I like that
favorites,
outfit there.
manual
Yeah.
targeting. We largely drew our influence from writer Jason Aaron's run on the Mighty Thor comic. Manual targeting allows you to quickly mark your enemies for bullseyes with Mjolnir, and one by one, you can mark them. and
Wow,
knock them
that's
out
actually
with
pretty
Mjolnir's
cool.
attacks.
Yeah, that's
Follow
nice.
that up with a powerful ground pound, and you've got a mighty combo. Manual targeting is a great ranged attack, but if up close and personal is more your style, go with the hammer spin or Mjolnir Cyclone.
So I guess they're not
Heroes
showing
have three
all the
special heroic
heroes.
moves: Assault,
No.
Ultimate, and Support. When designing our heroics, we started with the signature moves from the comics and movies that we've always wanted to play. The Assault Heroic charges the fastest, and in some cases, you can store multiple charges to use strategically as a part of your combos. You can perform these after
Wow.
charging your heroic meters with normal attacks. For instance, Natasha's Assault Heroic is Widow's Bite, which is an electroshock projectile move you might recognize. You can see Nat using it right here. Each hero also has a unique support heroic.
I like his
Like-
outfit.
Like the Ragnarok outfit.
For example, Thor's support, Warrior's Fury, lets him channel the power of the gods to supercharge
It's
his
weird that
Overforce and grant
they've kind of made them look like, I feel, the movie versions, like with their outfits and even their look. So it's weird to then hear them speak and not sound like
Yeah.
how they do. Like I feel like it would have been better to just kind of just go with more original designs.
Mm. Yeah, I feel like it's heavenly
Heavenly inspired.
heavily inspired by the films. But that's only probably because of the success of the films. Like,
Yeah.
it's so mainstream, and
But then in saying that, then you think that they'd just be able to slap Avengers on the cover and that would be it. Like they'd be able to sell.
yeah,
So I don't know, it's just like a nitpick. Like they look close to the the movie versions, the outfits, and even the actors at times, and then but they don't sound anything like them.
yeah.
It's like just make them look like the voice actors.
But then I think they'd have to probably do something in regards to the likeness of the actual people themselves. And that might cost. But I don't know, like I definitely hear what you're saying about the voices. Like initially when we saw Thor, I was like, okay, like cool. And then as we've heard him say some dialogue,
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Hashtag not my Thor.
a period of invulnerability for nearby team members. You can see this in action when Iron Man gets the buff as he flies
Oh, yeah.
through Thor's support.
Ah,
These take
okay.
longer to charge, but they're definitely worth the wait. They have more screen clearing power, and some even have residual effects, like Thor's Bifrost Ultimate. Thor's Ultimate Heroic channels the power of the Nine Realms, and his Bifrost taps into Muspelheim to bypass unbreakable shields, allowing Thor to use the power of the Bifrost Bridge to do maximum damage. We know everyone plays differently, so we have melee, ranged, aerial, and ground combat skills to tailor your hero to your playstyle. As your heroes earn experience, they gain access to new skills. Skill points allow you to unlock new
Tantrum.
moves, combos, and even new versions of attacks. As you build up your heroes, you begin to see how unlocking and mastering the separate core skills offers a ton of depth and variety on its own for every hero. And that's before gear,
Yeah, he's got his
perks,
helmet.
artifacts, and any kind of later game progression. So
Ooh.
why is all of this important? Because it means your Thor will play differently than my Thor, and my Hulk will play different than yours. Another way to customize your heroes is with gear. We've previously talked about the different rarities and how perks will give you powerful modifiers for even more customization. Some perks apply special damage like plasma or gamma, or cause status effects like shrink, which will shrink enemies and reduce damage and defense.
That's pretty
You can
funny.
see Iron Man using gamma gear in this shot, and eagle-eyed fans probably noticed his laser sweep was green instead of red. Nope, that wasn't a bug. When you have gamma gear equipped, it grants a bonus damage modifier and changes the emissive color of your attack. And voila, green lasers. We know that if you look good, you'll play good. The
Cosmetics.
Crystal team has really enjoyed creating all new outfits for these heroes and drawing from Marvel's 80-year history to bring so many classic outfits to the game. Each hero has dozens of outfits drawn from some of the most
I like that.
recognizable
That's cool.
eras in story.
I like that too.
You can earn them over the course of the story campaign by completing missions and deciphering patterns.
Please don't say we can buy them as well.
There's Iron Man's suit from the 2014 Original Sin storyline, or Donald Blake, which is a nod to an alias of Thor's who first appeared in 1969
Right,
D.
okay.
Blake.
History issue 83, or Tony's Stark Tech outfit that was inspired by the Bleeding Edge armor that first appeared in Invincible Iron Man number 25 in 2010. While there are a ton of outfits you'll earn just by playing, some will require completing iconic mission chains to earn each hero's iconic outfit.
I don't think I heard
Some
any
outfits
movie
will only be
mentions
available on
there.
our online marketplace. You could even customize your attitude and let out your inner Hulk with the right emote. I don't think that's canon. Those are just some of the ways you'll be able to build and spec out your heroes. Okay, I think it's time for another trailer. This one gives us a first look at how all that customization is especially fun when you play together.
Okay.
This is co-op and war zones.
So this is what I'm most interested in, because if I'm going to play it, I think I'm going to want to play it co-op.
Yeah, I would agree. I think I would have liked to have seen a little bit more in regards to what we just saw with Thor, like the hands-on single-player experience. I think it needed to be a little bit more dynamic in what they were offering to show.
Yeah.
Maybe to make it a little bit more, what's the word? I don't know, like
Colourful.
colourful. I think it was really colourful.
Oh, no, I
in its
mean like
appearance.
versatile.
Yeah, I think versatile probably
Yeah.
would cover it. But ultimately, I think the co-op experience is where I would be at too. I think we
Yeah.
could have a lot of fun with us playing, but also with our friends. So
I think if you're going to have co-op in the game, and you're going to have these single-player experiences which involve other heroes, I kind of don't understand why you don't make that co-op as well.
yeah,
Like-
it's
like
just
have-
a missed opportunity.
Yeah, like have the option to play single-player,
yes,
but also, if you're going to have co-op in the game, have that as an option for your main campaign as well.
yeah.
So, yeah, I just find it weird that it's, like, separated.
Maybe it's how they're explaining it.
Maybe.
Or maybe they'll realize that that's something that people would like as well, like to have the option of either or.
Yeah, we'll find out. I still haven't decided what hero I want to be.
On the Air Force! These adaptoids of his, they harvest their powers through the torture of these Inhumans. Georgie Boy is gearing up for war. Programmable power under our control. No more heroes.
The entire world is in terrible danger. Time is here.
I could pull some strings to spruce up the armory. Get ourselves some new toys to play with. Dangerous ones.
I'm picking up something in the atmosphere, a derivative of Terrigen.
I'm here. Who needs their ass kicked?
Very air reeks of dark magic.
this bird in the air before AIM comes looking for us.
Jarvis is unencrypting the schematics and we'll get our tech heads on new gear ASAP.
I love Thor with his helmet.
Look at all this. Which nation state is AIM planning to go to war with? Heroes are people, and people can be corrupted.
Is she making herself larger in her size when she's expanding her arms?
In that shot just then.
Yeah.
Either that or they've all been shrunk by shrinking lasers, like they showed earlier.
Oh, okay. Because it's just like...
I mean,
that's
it does
really
look...
interesting.
Yeah, she does make herself, like, engorged. I don't know how to describe it. Has Hulk got a beard here?
Yeah, he kind of is like a rock star.
You were like talking to me, and I kept getting distracted. I'm like, oh look, Fury. See, look at that engorged hand.
There's just something about that doesn't sound right.
You want to see powers? Here we go.
Time for heroes. It's over.
You don't get to decide who lives or dies.
Hulkbuster.
So far, we've talked about the story, hero missions, and customization. Now, let's talk about war zones.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's all the co-op stuff? Didn't they just say?
War zones are missions which you can play with up to a total of 4 players or solo with an AI companion team made up of your unlocked and leveled heroes. Whether playing hero missions or war zones, you always make forward progress with your heroes. On your helicarrier, you'll use the war table to launch missions with a variety of objectives and challenges. As you saw in the co-op trailer, each mission is grounded in story. So whether you're in the campaign or war zones, you're always working together to stop AIM and rebuild the resistance. You get missions from Jarvis,
Oh, wow.
Peril, Hank Pym, and more characters from Marvel history. Once you pick your mission, you'll board the Quinjet, where you can matchmake, switch heroes, choose your loadout, and of course, pick the right look and attitude for the job. As you start playing missions across the globe, you'll realize AIM has entrenched themselves in cities and remote locations alike, all in the name of research. War zones range from wide open spaces designed for exploration and team traversal to dense interiors with a variety of objective-based challenges, boss fights, and rewards. Here's a mission we saw in the co-op trailer called To Tame a Titan, where we can see some team play. There's this cool shot of Iron Man, but you may have missed Kamala and Hulk performing a team finisher on that poor guy back there. When you max out some larger enemies' stun meter, 2 heroes can come together to perform a team
Look how big
finisher,
she is.
which gives you a
I think
chance
that's
to
what
take
happened
them down
earlier
much
on,
faster.
but they didn't explain it between Thor and Hulk.
Yeah.
Living the hero life is all about growth, getting stronger and better equipped to play smarter.
I like the
and
white
plenty of
suit
upgrades to help
for
you do
Iron
just
Man.
that. As you progress through the campaign, you'll also be rebuilding and upgrading the Chimera, your helicarrier, which is your own flying base. The Resistance is a group who have banded together in the 5 years since A-Day. Some are inhuman and have powers. Some are former SHIELD agents who refuse
that
to
supposed to
pledge
be
allegiance
Falcon?
to AIM, and some just want to help.
At the door?
I don't know.
This place.
We call it the anthill. Not my idea.
You'll join their cause in the field by working
It was very
directly with
quick, so I'm
factions
not-
like the Inhuman Alliance,
Not too sure if they
the
were all
SHIELD
meant to
agents
be other
Dum Dum Dugan, Nick Fury, and
characters.
more. Earning faction reputation will give you access to new challenges,
Hey, Avengers. Hill has something she needs your help with.
new vendors, and more powerful items. There will always be new threats on the horizon, so you want to ensure your Avengers are ready for anything. We've talked about a lot today, but that's kind of the point. This is a really big, ambitious game. Marvel's Avengers isn't just a global, high-stakes race to rebuild the Avengers, to save the Inhumans, and uncover the truth about AIM's plans. That's just the beginning. This is a brand new original Avengers single-player story that you can enjoy on your own, made the Crystal Dynamics way. But it's also an experience you can play with your friends that will grow as we add new heroes, new regions, and new story, all at no additional cost.
Okay, that's cool.
Thank you for following us.
So they're going to add, what, like new missions, new Avengers you can play as at no charge?
Well, that's what I just took away from that.
That's pretty cool.
I hope it's not one of those things where it's like initially and then...
And it's like, oh, we changed our mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. $10 please for Black Panther.
Exactly.
Us and believing in us. I want to give a big shout out to our community. Thank you for caring and telling us what you think. We're listening, and as fans ourselves, we're all working every day to make Marvel's Avengers worthy of your support. Please stick around after the show to ask questions and chat. On behalf of the whole Marvel's Avengers team, thank you for tuning in to the first Marvel's Avengers War Table. In the coming months, we'll talk about our first post-launch hero, our upcoming beta, and of course, our launch, when Marvel's Avengers arrives September 4th. I'm Casey Lynch, and I'll see you next time.
Well, September isn't that far away. So I wonder how much more information
they'll put out
between now and then.
Yeah.
I kind of felt a little bit like...
Is that like 3 months away?
Yeah, thereabouts.
September, yeah.
So I kind of feel like this presentation that we just saw... did it have to be that long? I kind of think that they showed us a lot of the same footage.
Yeah.
Just talking about different aspects where it could have all just been summarized really nicely, I feel like, just in the one go.
Yeah, like we didn't need to see 5 separate shots of Thor destroying the same robot.
Or robots.
Yeah, but like the same type.
Yeah. I feel like it was a little bit drawn out for what it was.
For what we actually got from it, yeah, it was a bit on the long side.
Yeah. I like the fact that, you know, they're coming out, and if we're understanding correctly, saying that getting the new characters will be free. I'm just assuming it's through leveling up and things like that they will unlock as you go.
They're going to patch them in,
yeah,
update the game.
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm very curious as to who that's going to include. I feel like you've got...
Because who did we see?
We saw Hulk, we saw Thor, we saw Iron Man. I'm not familiar with the girl who has the really...
engorged limbs.
I was trying to be like stretchy arms and
then we had
body.
had Black Widow.
Yes.
Is that it? That's what they showed. There was no Captain America.
Potentially Falcon. I feel like that was such a quick shot. I mean, I really liked his character in the film, so I'm just being really hopeful that they're, you know, including more.
Yeah.
But perhaps not, because if they're coming out and saying, oh, we're going to bring out more later down the track, maybe it wasn't him at all. I think based off of the characters that they have shown so far, I'm probably more inclined to start with Hulk.
Yeah.
Which is not a surprise, as we were saying throughout the presentation. The shirt.
The green.
The
muscles. The beard. Was he wearing eyeliner?
It looked very Rockstar-esque. But I do feel like he probably would fit best with how I like to play games.
Yeah.
So I think I'll probably start with him and then trial and error with the rest.
But probably stick with Hulk.
Oh yeah, he'll be consistent.
He'll be your main.
After all of that, I was like, yep, definitely sold on Hulk.
Yeah.
For my choice. What about you?
I think for me, I don't know. I like the idea of flying around, so maybe Iron Man?
Yeah.
Or Thor, because Thor can fly around.
That's true.
But if you're going to choose Hulk, I think maybe I'll choose Thor just for the banter. Maybe we can both have Ragnarok outfits.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool, actually.
Yeah.
So there you have it. That's Marvel Avengers. Please leave a comment down below on what character you think that you will play, and we'll see you next time. Bye!
Bye.